So this is the trade we took today. It was a L, but yeah, I'll go to the TA for gold and then I'll do whatever. I'll do SPX. So basically for gold, I was honestly bearish for the day just because I mean we just had this big, we're probably just gonna end up retracing for a little bit. So I'll probably be bearish like for this week and next week. Just looking at this, like we could probably come back, maybe hit at least this support, come into this fair value gap, or maybe sweep liquidity and then we push back up. But it's not looking too good, especially if this daily closes below all these wicks. I think we're gonna be bearish for a while, at least a couple of days, weeks, maybe. But anyway, that's besides the point. So bearish, we broke past this higher low. So higher low. We broke past this, and that was giving me bearish confirmation. We also created this 4-hour breaker, so a break of a bullish order block. So as you can see, liquidity sweep, expansion and move up. And then break of this bullish order block, creating a bearish breaker. The bearish breaker right here, I was expecting to move into this 4-hour fair value gap. Oh, I move into this 4-hour fair value gap before taking shorts into this liquidity. Also, this liquidity didn't happen, so no trade for gold. I was basically my TA for gold. I mean, lower time frame, same thing. We also had little fair value gaps here, fair value gap here. So we probably could have got a 1-hour fair value gap wick, maybe come into this 4-hour breaker and then short us off of that, but we didn't get that, so not too really mad about it. And for SPX, overall structure was bullish. So daily we came into this liquidity, so we swept liquidity here. Also came into here, but we didn't sweep it all the way. And the reason I was bullish for SPX today also was because we haven't had a retracement like for like what, 2 weeks now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3 bearish candles on the weekly. So that was giving me a little bit of bullish confirmation as well. And we also have PPI tomorrow, so that was also giving me bullish confirmation. So PPI is usually bullish, especially when SPX is bearish. News always ends up coming out bullish. So I was willing to hold this trade for PPI because I knew it was gonna pump. So we'll check tomorrow. It'll probably just end up pumping, hopefully. But that's besides the point. So overall structure is bullish, and then we had I was basically just looking for expansion and move up just because we had, so boom, daily liquidity sweep, and then a lower high made coming into this fair value gap, this 1-hour fair value gap. So I was basically just looking for expansion and move up. We also had, we also had a fair value gap fill of this, boom, and then expansion and move up. We also had this 1-hour fair value gap, which was giving me confirmation of going higher. So we had this inspection of this 1-hour fair value gap here. So boom, fair value gap here. And then market open, we came into this fair value gap multiple times. So boom, market open, or pre-market, we came in here, came back up. And then once market open, we came in here. We went a little bit lower. Maybe you count this as an order block. Maybe if you want. Not really though. So we had that, and I was basically looking for longs out of that. And then 5-minute, we had a break. We had a push down into this order block. So liquidity sweep of this, lower time frame liquidity. And then creation of this order block, expansion and move up. And then we came back into this 5-minute order block, respected it, and then expansion and move up. And I was basically looking for a fair value gap fill. So we had this fair value gap right here, boom, tap into it, and then expansion move up right here. I entered it right here. Then I had the stops below all of the previous wicks, 5-minute wicks. So down here, I also had it a bit below this liquidity, kind of lower time frame liquidity, not really. Lower time for liquidity right there. So right below there. So maybe a little liquidity sweep, and I was just hoping for maybe expansion move out of there. We didn't get that. It ran to our stop loss and we got stopped out. How could I have taken this trade better? Um, hmm. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I think we followed our rules. Um, I think for sure I could have closed my trade here. Most definitely. After the break of the supposed order block and fair value gap of the 5 minute, could have closed it there, and definitely would have had less of a loss, even though it wasn't that big. But yeah, I mean, it happens. I don't know. There's not really much I could have done. I mean, I could have had a longer stop loss, maybe risked even less. But then again, it just wouldn't have been. The RR still would have been good, 1 to 4, not really. But I mean, it happens. I mean, sometimes price wants to go lower, even though there's good confluence. I mean, it just happened. I don't know. I'm not really too mad about it, even though I sound a little frustrated because it's happened to me. It happened literally last week. I think last trade. I think I got stopped out like this too. Like price continued my way, and it just sucks, you know. But you also got to think of it like your bias was right. Just execution was good. I mean, you entered when you had to enter. Just price will only go a little bit lower, and that's fine. But so one thing that ICT, or I'm not sure who said this, but when you lose a trade, at least what I do is so if I like last week I lost a trade at full position size, which is 1%. This trade I cut risk in half, you know? So I only risked 0.5% and I lost. So I'm only down 0.5%. Tomorrow I will only risk 0.5%. And if I win, well, not tomorrow, whenever I trade again, if I win that 0.5%, I go back to 1%. And if I lose that 0.5% again, I'll go even 0.25% and I'll risk 0.25% until I win. This secures profit. And it's something that I've been doing and it works really well. Just because it helps build confidence too. Because sometimes when you lose, like sometimes you get a little bit down, and then sometimes it transfers to the next trade, or sometimes you just go on a losing streak, and this can help prevent that losing streak to get so big, or that loss to get so big. I guess you could say that makes sense. But we come back tomorrow. We might not trade just because of PPI, depending on how it affects market. We may trade 945. We'll see. But yeah, peace.